Hey everyone! We recently had a great trip to Lille, France. One thing we loved about Lille was how many amazing bakeries this city has. Seriously, everywhere we looked, there was another beautiful bakery filled with mouth-watering pastries. From famous local specialties to inventive patisserie delights, this was a city so full of sugary and carby treats that we had to make a video focusing specifically on its bakeries. The most famous bakery in Lille is Meert. This bakery has centuries of history. It began as a chocolatier in the 1700s, but today is most well known for the famous Gaufre de Lille, or the Lille waffle. This treat is made by sandwiching a sweet vanilla paste between two thin waffles. Meert has been perfecting this recipe since the 1800s, and rumor has it that this was Charles de Gaulle's favorite pastry. So basically, you're tasting a bit of history when you try this. While the waffle is delicious, Meert has plenty of other sweet treats as well. We ordered a decadent chocolate cake that was super rich and seriously so good that we considered ordering a second one. And of course, we can't go to a bakery without ordering some coffee and tea to fulfill our caffeine needs. The best thing about this place is the opulent decor. You feel like royalty, sitting here and enjoying your sweets in such a gorgeous setting. Even Bindi looks regal here. Next up on our list was another famous treat from this region, the merveilleux, which means wonderful in French, and these treats really are wonderful. The most famous place to try one is Aux Merveilleux de Fred. They actually have shops all over France and some in Belgium, and each one is stunningly beautiful. Often featuring huge chandeliers and impressive vintage decor, it's really hard to walk past one of these shops without stopping to admire its beauty and, of course, to try some of the very pretty pastries. The star of the bakery, the merveilleux, is a light and airy meringue confection. They come in many different flavors, and we went with a chocolate and cherry version. We couldn't wait to dig into these. The base has a crunch from the crispy meringue and is topped with whipped cream that adds a light sweetness, finished with delicate chocolate shavings or crunchy bits. This is the kind of pastry that makes you want to come back over and over again to try all of the different flavors. If you're craving something more traditional but no less tasty, we suggest heading to Vianney Degruson. It's pretty clear that this place is a local favorite, as there was a line of people out the door every morning stocking up on their daily fresh bread and baked treats. I couldn't resist a pain au chocolat, and Mamet went with a classic croissant. Both were super buttery and flaky. Honestly, these were some of the best French breakfast pastries that we've ever tasted. We also got a baguette, because I think you should eat no less than one baguette a day when traveling in France. Not far is Sylvana Briocherie, showcasing a pastry case filled with their beautiful creations that are as delicious as they are eye-catching. They specialize in brioche-based pastries and have very interesting flavor combinations. The staff here were so lovely, patiently explaining everything to us and helping us decide on the perfect breakfast pastries. We went with the cream-stuffed brioches because they looked so good we couldn't resist. One was covered in crunchy pistachios and had a fruity jam hidden inside all of that delicious cream. The other was coated with sweet and salty caramelized nuts. These were both so delicious. If we lived in Lille, I think we would be here multiple times per week. They also had some giant cookies that unfortunately we didn't try, but I've been thinking about them ever since we left Lille and hope to be back soon to grab one. Sylvana Briocherie is definitely a must visit when you're in Lille. Another stop for breathtakingly beautiful sweets is L'Ogre de Carrouselberg. Located on the Passage des Arts, a lovely street full of small art galleries and great foodie spots. We highly recommend visiting this street, even if you're not looking to eat here. Their pastry case was full of tempting choices, but we ended up selecting the citron yuzu tart. This confection had the perfect balance of tangy citrus from the yuzu mingling with the tart yet sweet lemon, all nested in a buttery tart crust. It was the perfect treat to snack on while watching passers-by stroll down this charming street. One last stop we have to mention is Juliane, a patisserie that is all about using fresh, seasonal, and organic products. I popped in here after exploring the bird's eye views of Lille at the Hôtel de Ville. This place feels really warm and welcoming, and their dedication to using the best possible ingredients definitely pays off. I enjoyed a leisurely late afternoon snack of a chocolate tart. The biscuit base was perfectly crunchy. The filling was super rich and chocolatey, topped with delicate chocolate cream. Just when I thought the pastries in Lille couldn't get any better, Juliane swooped in and proved me wrong. We also can't wrap up without mentioning a place called Bloom Coffee Shop. Our sweet tooths were maxed out by this point, so we just enjoyed some coffees here, but they were as beautiful as they were tasty, and the bakery case looked amazing. On top of bakeries, Lille has plenty of great restaurants and sites. Check out our full video on Lille linked below to learn more about this amazing French city. We always appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see where we're headed next.